From the early 19th century, there were intense debates about religious issues. Some criticized existing practices and campaigned for reform. Printed tracts and newspapers not only displayed new ideas, but they shaped the nature of debate. There was time intense controversies between social and religious reformers and the orthodoxy over matters like uh, video emulation, motheism, conspired priesthood, and idolatry. To reach wider audience, the ideas were printed in everyday spoken language of ordinary people. Raja Ram Mohan Roy published the Sambat Kaumudi from 1821 and the Indo-Orthodoxy commissioned the Samachar Chandrika to oppose his opinions. From 1822, two Persian newspapers were published, Jahan Nama and Shamsul Nama. In the same year, Gujarati newspaper Bombay Samachar made its appearance. In North India, ulama were deeply anxious about the collapse of the Muslim dynasties. The Deoband Seminary, founded in 1867, published thousands of fatwas telling Muslim leaders how to conduct themselves in their everyday lives and the meanings of Islamic doctrines. The Hindus, through the print, encouraged them the reading of religious texts, especially in vernacular languages. The first printed edition of Ramacharitramanas of Tulasidas in 16th century text came out of Calcutta in 1810. By the mid 19th century, cheap geographic editions flooded North Indian markets. From 1980s, Nabal Kishore Press at Lucknow and Sri Venkateshwar Press in Bombay published numerous religious texts. Newspaper conveyed news from one place to another, citing pan-India identities. In East Bengal in the early 19th century, Raj Sundari Devi, a young married girl in a very orthodox household, learned to read in the secrecy of her kitchen. Later, she wrote her autobiography, Amar Jiban, which was published in 1876. It was first full-length autobiography published in the Bengali language. Social reforms and novels had already great interest in women's lives and emotions. From the 1860s, a few Bengali women like Kailashbashini Devi wrote books highlighting the experiences of women. In the 1880s, in present-day Maharashtra, Tarabai Shinde, Pandita Ramabai wrote their passionate anger about the miserable rise of upper caste Hindu women, especially widows. A woman in a Tamil novel expressed what reading meant to women who were so greatly confined by social regulations. For various reasons, my world is small. More than half of my life's happiness has come from books. While Urdu, Tamil, Bengali, and Marathi print culture had developed early, Hindi printing began seriously only from 1876. Soon, a large segment of it was devoted to the education of women. In Punjab, too, similar folk literature was wide printed from the early 20th century. Ram Chadda published a fast-selling Istri Dharm Vichar to teach women how to be obedient wives. The Khalsa Tract Society published cheap booklets with similar message. An entire area in central Calcutta, Batala, was devoted to printing of popular books. Peddlers took the Batala publications to homes, enabling women to read them in their leisure time. From the late 19th century, caste discrimination began to be written in many tracts. Jyothiba Phule, the Maratha pioneer of low caste protest movements, wrote about the injustice of the caste system in his Ghulamgiri 1871. In the 20th century, B.R. Ambedkar in Maharashtra and E.V. Ramasamy Nayakar in Madras, better known as Periyar, wrote powerfully on caste and their writings were read by people all over India. Workers in factories were too overworked and lacked the education to write about their experiences. But Kashi Baba, a Kanpur mill worker, wrote and published a Chote or Bade Ka Sawal in 1938 to show the links between caste and class exploitation. The poems of another Kanpur mill worker who wrote under the name of Sudarshan Chakar between 1935 and 1955 were brought together and published in a collection called Sachi Kavitayan. By 1930s, Bangalore cotton mill workers set up libraries to educate themselves, following the example of Bombay workers. In 1878, the Vernacular Press Act was passed to model on the Irish press laws. When Punjab revolutionaries were deported in 1907, Bal Gangadhar Tilak wrote with great empathy about them in his Kesari. This led to imprisonment in 1908, provoking in turn widespread protest all over India.